Who's ready for the best damn podcast of their lives? Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham daily news and update and transfer news show. And it seems like I can't even leave the house these days. We knew it was coming. Didn't know it was going to happen right away. I thought we would take the day off of signings, but we're not doing it. Breaking news 40 minutes ago, Lewis O'Brien, welcome to Wrexham. We are here. We are filling our boots with midfielders. And this is one that I am so pumped about. I can tell the community is pumped about too. So we'll get into it in a second. But first, I want to just give a big shout out to Hulk Hogan, that just passed away at 71 years old. Absolute legend for me, brother. Grew up watching him, WWF. Watched it with my grandfather, wrestling, he called it. So heavy heart today for the Hogan family, and just shaped the way that I grew up watching wrestling with my grandfather and my friends and everything. So, anyways, got that out of the way. Just want to put that out there too. So yes, big breaking news. Back to the show. R.I.P. the Hulkster. Yes, Wrexham have signed Lewis O'Brien, and I'm pumped about this. But smash a like on the video and subscribe to the Local Pundit if you haven't already. We are kind of skyrocketing a little bit, so let's keep it going. We want 3,001 by the start of the season because it's awesome, fantastic global community, and it just keeps me here, in front of the computer doing it with you guys and gals. It's great, and these are the good days. Yesterday's a good day. Before we keep going, I just want to give a special shout out to Sea Lord of Bravos. $50 super chat, absolute fucking legend. Right there, that's really generous of you. And we got a signing. We got a super chat, and does help out keeping the show going and everything. Really appreciate it. He says, let's just get this one out of the way early. Welcome to Wrexham, Lewis O'Brien, and big thanks to the TLP, to the TLP and the incredible community. Well, thank you all very, very much. Absolutely awesome signing coming in. Want to get into the show? I thought Patty would come in, but obviously he's it's a little later for him, but he knows how we do it. Let's see. I'm going to bring it up right there. There he is. Signed. Wrexham AFC signed Lewis O'Brien. Wrexham AFC are delighted to announce the signing of midfielder Lewis O'Brien from Nottingham Forest on an undisclosed fee. I hear we broke our transfer. Record again, which we're gonna do. I'm gonna bring it down because it's ugly. From Nottingham Forest, pending international clearances and registrations. That's just paperwork. O'Brien is 26. What a fantastic age he's going to be at. Has signed a contract until the end of the 27-28 season, as well as top flight experience with Nottingham Forest. Great side. O'Brien has played 26. O'Brien 26 has played more than 150 EFL championship matches with Huddersfield. When he turned pro, he had a loan spell with Middlesbrough, and last season, half the season with Swansea City and half the season with LAFC. On signing, he said, I'm absolutely buzzing. It's been a long time coming, but to be here is great. Now, we talked about agreeing of the terms and the wages. That could all been chat, whatever. That's fine. But he's here. We got him. He is a Red Dragon, and we're pumped about it. He goes on to say, the last couple of years have been a whirlwind for me and my family, but signing a long-term contract and find somewhere I can call home is a great feeling. He has been around a little bit. I don't call him a nomad. Trust me, I know what it's like to be a nomad. But he finally has a home. And you know what? The Stuck Keras, Parkinson will take care of him, and so will the rest of the boys and the rest of the global community and the locals as well. Goes on to say, a quote from Lewis O'Brien, after speaking to everyone here, it's a club with a lot of ambition. I want to be part of that journey. I want to take Wrexham where they want to be. And you know where that is? In the Premier League. I'm just going to go right there. And I'll go on to that too. Started his career with Huddersfield Town, blah, 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 blah. He played 13 times at the top flight in the MLS as well. Okay, and Parkinson on the signing. This is the last thing I want to do here. I'm delighted to welcome Lewis to the club. He's a player with a lot of experience at this level and will be a great addition to the group. We're looking forward to working with him. And just right here, there he is in the jersey on X right there. And there he is again. I'm loving this signing. We were loving it yesterday. It broke yesterday with Peter O'Rourke, and he's 99.9% right. And there he is again. I'm pumped about it. Let's see what he says right here. See if he has some words of wisdom. I'm sure it's awesome. Play. Nope, not going to play. Here's my Oh, all right, whatever. Not doing it. Oh well. So what say you about this signing? We'll break down who he is a little bit. Chat Sports says it's time he moved from Forest. That's right. Chat Sports, are you new? Who do you support? And tell us what you think of the signing. Everyone in the chat, 1 out of 10. What do you think of the signing? What do you think of the transfer window so far? And what do you think Parkinson's thinking? I will say this. I think Parkinson is out with the old, unfortunately, and in with the new. And it doesn't mean we don't love or respect what's happened there. But we have turned over now 6 players. We brought in 6 players, and I think if we get a solid defender and maybe one more, maybe 2 defenders, maybe another creative player. Oh my God, I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome. Kiefer Moore was at the ground earlier today. Okay, so that one's probably going to come in. That's what we're thinking there too. I think that's right. Just need Ben Davies now in the playoffs. Here we come. I think we're almost there, ready for the playoffs. Carey Bright, and I want to know. I want to know where everyone who's new to the channel. I want to know where you're watching from. And Josh, on computer arrest behind bars. I am. Just put me right here. Don't move. I was literally eating some breakfast, charging the truck, and boom, I got to come back. Here we go. Stoner Combat says, great signing. And Dr. J says, fantastic signing. And I'm just going to go back up there too. And Arrington House says, hey, brother, how are you? And Steve Barton. I am Steve Barton, and I approve this signing. Yes, it does. Look, this one's cool. Parky has to shuffle the deck. I agree. We went through this yesterday a little bit. Who's the players in, who's the players out. We're gonna have some casualties here. We're gonna have some casualties. It's gonna be full on. It's coming, and just be prepared for it because we're signing players. We're talking about mid-table. Okay, fine. We'll take a mid-table. We're building a championship side. Parkinson and Parkin know what they're doing. And I was listening to the Fozcast podcast, and they were talking about the CEO was talking about just about it's about Parkinson's approval. Does he think they could fit into the squad over the line? This has Parky all over him. We said it yesterday. We still aren't done yet. We still are not done yet, but we are making moves to be a player. And I think they see the opportunity right now, Wrexham at the club, an opportunity to strike while the iron is hot. I believe that we can go up possibly through the playoffs, or you never know what can happen with teams getting deducted points, new managers coming in, our momentum. I think we're going to go for it. I could be wrong, but I think we're going to go for it. That's what I think. Now, Michael Pierce says, I'm still waiting for that £10 million striker. Carol HR says, solid signing. Fingers crossed. Mansburg, too. Mansburg's been a little, we haven't really heard much about that, about Mansburg. And Liz Jones, Chris Meffin would be good. Plays at center half Premier League club at Bournemouth. Don't know if that rumor was coming through. I'm not sure. And Steve says I'm in Yorkshire, fella. So is my brother, actually. My brother's in New York. And Bruce says championship clubs getting a lot of their business done this week is why so much Wrexham business last year was so late. Well, when you move up the table, we are here. For me, this just eases any idea that we would get relegated this season, which to me is the most important thing. We're not getting relegated. I'm telling you, we're not getting relegated. Matt House is one center half or 2, and we're going up. I'm saying we're going up. I say we're going to get it done. I'm saying we're going to get it done. £10 million center back is more likely. That's probably right. I'm just waiting to see if his interview is going to come up, because we had the Windesk one yesterday. So this will probably be up whether they did one or not. I don't know. But what say you? What say you about this signing? I say, for me, 10 out of 10. I don't know what the wages are, but what are we getting? What are we getting? We are getting a player with experience. Yes, he feels like he's at home. He goes straight into the lineup for me. He goes straight into the lineup. 26 years old, midfield dynamo. There's Patty coming in a second. He's got experience. He knows what he's doing. Box to box, high work rate, progressive player, strong ball carry with the ability to press effectively. I mean, that's the player we're getting. Do you think, bud? So he is an ultimate competitor, what people are saying about him as well. And that's the type of player we want in our 11. But he goes straight into the side for me. Goes straight into the side. Hello now.
Hello there, everyone.
Good. You again.
Me again. Look, have to come back.
Uh-huh. Well, we did it.
He's certainly straight in.
Straight in?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right in the line.
Interesting, like you were mentioning there about his journeyman kind of nature, a lot of loans with different championship teams.
Yep.
Interestingly, I think Wrexham is a good fit for him. Before discussing him being a good fit for Wrexham, because he's at an age now where he should be settling down towards the kind of back end of his career. We're a solid team that will be growing over the next 3 seasons. So we're going to continually improve the squad. So if he wants any shot of gaining a promotion with a team, staying with them for a couple of years, he's at the right age. He's at his peak to contribute currently, and at some point in the future be moved onto the bench. But within that time, maybe he'll get a promotion to the Prem.
Well, I mean, for me, he's an ideal age. This is to me, 26 years old, has experience. We talked about it yesterday. Straight into the team. But who does he go in for?
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. These tactics, these players, like, what's he telling them? Because I was always curious what he told Scar last season, because he kept Scar out for a long time.
A long time.
Yeah,
a long time.
So that's the one thing with Scar and O'Connell. Like, will Scar maybe want to move on so we can play?
Or is he going to lean on Scar? Do we think Scar is good?
Or is he going to lean on Scar? Yeah, it's an interesting one to see, but that's a different issue. So we're still talking about O'Brien. But yeah, record signing again. Originally thought to be 5 million, but then the rumor that it was reduced in order to get the deal done, because of the wage request.
I mean, we are turning and burning here. We really are turning and burning. This is
we are certainly no longer a relegation team.
Yeah, we'll put that to rest, right?
not without a complete implosion on the team. Either Parky absolutely screws up to the biggest any manager has done, or we have massive injury problems and whatever, that derail the entire season. Our squad is coming together now. It's always difficult. We've spoken about the amount of points. 10 points from relegation to the mid-table, 10 points from mid-table to playoffs. So it's extremely tight. With only a 20-point window, you can screw that up. If something big happens, or actually multiple big things happen, you could potentially screw that up. So there's always a danger there. But interestingly, it seems to me that last season we were kind of going for it, but not totally. Until January.
We weren't convinced. We were like, it was like they didn't believe it themselves. And like, oh shit, this could happen. We should really go for it. Yeah, we should go for it.
Yeah. So I think January was the big one then. Last season, it appeared like they made decisions. We're going to spend. We're going to bring in Smith. We're going to push for this. We're close enough. However, I think there's a different dynamic at play here with the championship, again, because of the significance of how few points there is in the middle of the table, that you always have to be going for it. I think they're making the decision that they want to be aiming for a team that has a shot at playoffs from day one. If you look at it.
Yeah, if you take your foot off the gas, you could be in trouble real fast.
Yes,
fast. And then you're quicksand, and then you're in quicksand. You know what I mean?
There's no mid-table to aim for.
Yeah,
that's the big problem with the championship. If you're aiming for a mid-table, you're aiming for 10 points above relegation. That is not a comfortable buffer zone. It's not a target you can comfortably hit, especially in a first season. Like, okay, if you've been in the championship a couple of seasons. And you know the level of your squad and you know what you can achieve, I could understand kind of assuming mid-table and looking at that sort of proposition. But the first season you're up there, no, there's no way you can do that, because we have players that need to step up and we have no idea if they're going to do it. And that could be an element that if we swap from our new guys into the old guys for the last 30 minutes and they're not good enough, they could be losing us matches.
We like we talked about. Okay, what that drop off can't exist. It just can't happen. I mean, obviously your starter's going to be your starter. right now, I mean, you can't pick a midfield. I mean, honestly, you just can't pick a midfield. I couldn't right now say, even fully fit, I'm like, you kind of have an idea of what's Parkinson thinking. You know what I mean? There's so many opportunities. And I'll give, by the way, last season was a series of late Fletcher goals in December, which gave Wrexham the sniff of promotion, and the rest is history with the winter signings. That's true. And, you know, I'm not saying it was luck, but we I mean, opportunity creates. We prepared for our opportunity. We got a little bit lucky at times too, but I don't think Parkinson's going to risk it. I think he's like, let's go. And by the way, this had to happen anyways, or else we were in deep trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we would always have a shot of surviving.
Yeah.
But you would absolutely be in the near that danger zone the entire season.
Mm-hmm.
And squad depth, I think, is going to be a little bit of a worry this season as well, though.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially, it's the squad depth that will make us or break us.
Mm-hmm.
Can they come on for the last 20 minutes, 30 minutes and hold up their end, at least hold up their end and not lose what we have? Because this season, I'm hoping we can get a bit more early goals. You know, our front line is starting to look nicer. Midfield is absolutely looking on point now at the moment. So I hope we're not going into the last 30 minutes needing our bench to come on and win it. Because our bench was scary last season for a lot of the teams in League One. And you heard it on all the other podcasts for again and again. It's like, oh God, look at who's coming on now at 70 minutes. You know, they're as good as what's coming off. And that's not normally the case. And I think first season in the Championship, we're not going to have that. They're not going to be scared of our guys coming on at 60, 70 minutes. Now, they could manage as good. I'm not saying they won't, but at the moment, it's a question. A lot of the guys who are going to be on the bench, the backups, are not yet confirmed to still be good enough. If they've been good enough previously, are they still good enough? You know, or if they've never been there, can they step up?
I mean, these are, you know, can they step up? There's some guys that we have some question marks on, but I look at this now, and it's like they're building us. He's building a squad. I mean, this is 6 in now, including the goalkeeper. We said 8, 9. We go up to 8 or 9, and we keep up the quality. Like, we've just been up and up and up and up in the ante of the quality that's coming in right now. You know, we have that. For our signings. Not that we started with Hardy, but there's John.
So do we basically ask that here in his question? Are these signings consolidation in the league or a run for promotion? It's not yet a run for promotion. I think that's a little bit too much. Now, at the same time, mid-table to promotion is 10 points. So you're going to look close enough if you're doing well for a long time. I think a similar thing is going to happen. If we're close enough in January and we're doing okay, and all the idea kind of we're a bottom half team and we have to worry about survival is gone, then I think they're going to make a big push in January again and just throw more at it. They're going to do it anyway because we still need time to upgrade the rest of the team. We're going to get more players in January, and then we'll see how they can go. But there's a good chunk of teams looking for that promotion. There is every season lately.
John, welcome to the party, pal.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. How are you? You jealous? You nervous? Okay. No.
I do like O'Brien though. I've always liked him as a player. I think he's what I would call a quality operator at this level. His best years were probably a few years back, but you know, he's still he's a top 12 player in this league, if you know what I mean. So he's not going to be anything, you know, he's not Ipswich, Southampton material, but he's he's better than a lot of the bottom 6, 7 sides will get.
I mean, the midfield, I don't know what midfield what midfield are we looking at? Patty, we're just talking about that. Who actually, let me ask you this: from the outside looking in, who's going to be sacrificed?
Matty James all day long.
You think he's out?
Yeah, he's the same player.
Okay, but let's confirm our definitions here. Sacrificed as into the bench, or are we talking off the 25?
Oh no, I mean, I would imagine James will be on the bench, but O'Brien
He
plays
will
instead
be.
of James. Yeah.
Mhm.
O'Brien's a deep-lying number 6, keeps the ball ticking over, but has that killer pass in his armory if you need it. So, he's essentially what James does for you, but better.
Yeah, more forward progress when needed.
Yeah, straight into the squad for me. And Windass too, straight into the squad. Has to be.
Yeah.
I think that midfield already. I think Dobson might be one that might be. I don't know. I mean, Dobson's a destroyer, but I don't know. Do you think he keeps his spot?
He was losing out his spot last season already. He was losing out on some minutes last season. So I expect more reduced minutes this season.
Yeah, I think both Windass and O'Brien are two really smart signings because I know obviously you guys don't care about possession, but in this league you need a bit more possession than you have had previously. The likes of Windass and O'Brien will help you do that. They will be the ones that will be able to keep hold of the ball against decent opposition, keep the ball ticking over. So you're not going to be giving up, 69% possession to the opposition. They are going to be able to alleviate that pressure from time to time.
We'd like to get the ball in the box a little bit more on the ground. I like Windass that does that. I think Hardy will do that well. Like you said, I think Patty, we were. I think most of the games we won 37, 38%. Is that correct? We can't do that. But you need someone on the goddamn ball.
Yeah, it tends to start out first half about that, but it generally balances out. So you'd be surprised if you go back and look at final numbers, like that gets a bit higher, up to the 45% and stuff, and even some of them ended up 50% by the end of it. But that's when you're winning, and you go defending, and then you hold on to the ball, and you're not as worried about it. So different styles of play, but yes, like we never expect to be over the 50% very often, unless it's a very weak team.
But 313 people in here watching. If you're on X, go over to YouTube and subscribe to the channel. We are live every single day with Wrexham News and Update show. And we have Champ Chat and the new call-in show on Sundays, Ring and Rant. Appetite for discussions coming too. So come on here. It's not just about Wrexham, but it's 99% of it now. And as you can see, John here, Birmingham City supporter, absolute legend of the chat. But yeah, thanks for coming in. Just top of the line, Lewis O'Brien has come in. Welcome to Wrexham. Straight into the squad for me. We didn't get any numbers on what we think he's on. What do you think his wages are?
They're going to be between 15 and 20k a week, I would say. He's come from a Premier League club, so he would have been on Premier League wages. So yeah, he's not going to be on those now, but there's going to be a halfway house. So
I wonder if he took a hit to come here.
Oh, he had to.
Yeah, he might, but it'll probably all be sort of figured into the deal, won't it? So you've probably had to pay some money towards. You've probably had to pay some money.
28k a week.
28k. Sean's had some good.
I'm sorry. No.
I'm not saying. I don't know. What do you think?
The only way I could see that is if you've paid less money for him in a transfer fee and had to take on a lot more, shall we say, on the wage front in that regard.
That's the rumor that happened to get it across the line. That we originally agreed to 5 million, but then he wouldn't agree on the wages. So we went back to him and said, look, we're not doing it. Unless you want to lower your fee to allow us to give it to him in wages, then we're not doing it. So potentially that has happened. It's an interesting question because yes, he was with a Premier League team, but he was consistently out on loan. So he might have been earning very high wages, but part of that could still have been paid by his own club. So yes, he's used to high wages, but doesn't necessarily deserve them. And
that's a lot.
So like just as a consideration, when we had Arthur, and we got the year-long loan, and we were looking to buy him, the talk was that he was on 18,000 a week, with Arsenal.
You said 18 or
18.
18. Okay.
As a young goalkeeper with Arsenal, and the rumor is he settled for somewhere around 10 when he came to us. So yeah, it's an interesting one. Like Paying 28,000, you do have issues with that with the other players as well. I know you can try and defend yourself. Well, look, he screwed over his club by the transfer fee and saved us money and whatever. But it's still an argument you're going to have with certain players at different times. I don't see 28 as being realistic at the moment. 20, I can see that.
Yeah. No, add-ons, maybe it's with add-ons. I don't know. But I mean, for me, I don't think we're breaking. I think whatever we're doing, I think is smart. I don't think that Wrexham are being frivolous, but I mean, we have the money to spend. Go and spend it. You want to go do it, you got to do it. I mean, look at Birmingham City. You guys are doing well. I mean, you guys spend money. If you want to be successful, it's the cost of doing business. You're just going to have to do it. And as we move to leagues too, and I'm sure you guys are going for it too.
For us, it does look that way. You look at the business we've done, and I would say, forget the wages and the amount of money we paid. Look at the ages of the players we've signed. They're all sort of between that 27 and 31-year-old bracket. So we're bringing them in for instant impact. We're not sort of bringing them in with next season or the season after in mind. It's we want to do something this coming season.
Mm-hmm. I think, Paddy, how many guys think we're away? If we're like, 2 more? You think 2 to 3 more we can get in?
We got 6 now. Yeah, 3 more.
Yeah, 3 more.
Yeah, I can see 3 more.
How many of you guys brought in, John?
I think it's 7.
Okay.
Soon to be 9, I think.
Yeah.
Because we've got 2 more due to come in like any day.
Are you getting Mark? Is Mark Leonard leaving you guys? Is that the one I saw from you guys?
Yeah, the rumor is that he's available for a loan out because his game time is essentially just it isn't going to be there. You know, he didn't play an awful lot last season, as in start games. He was a bench player, but with Tommy Doyle come in, poor old Leonard is just not going to get the game time. Like May just wasn't going to get the game time, so he's gone. So sadly, I think Leonard will go the same way. I'm not sure he'll leave permanently though, Leonard, because he's a young player. So I think we'll probably look to loan him. Yeah,
we're not going to you're not going to loan him to a promotion rival, going up to the Prem.
No, we wouldn't loan him to Norwich or somebody like that. No.
Or Wrexham or anything like that, right?
I told you, don't give the money to the bookies. Give it to me instead.
I'll send you a Venmo for sure, Paddy. It's $100 will get us 100,000. I think. What do you think?
No, 1,000 to 1 just doesn't exist. I'm sorry. I don't know where you got that figure from. You don't know how to gamble.
Probably when I woke up. I don't have no idea. Wrexham are going.
Because I'll tell you, if a bookie was giving me 1,000 to 1 on Wrexham winning the league, I'd go put a few quid on it.
Hey, look at
that's ridiculous. Guys.
I think we're going. I think we're going to do it. Anyway, Lewis O'Brien signs today for us. I'm loving it.
Do you know what would be fun though? Like a Wembley final versus Birmingham
in the playoffs.
That'd be fun. 3rd versus 6th, and we go through to the finals.
Yeah.
You wouldn't really.
Oh no, sorry, that's the first round. Sorry, no, be 3rd versus 5th.
Let's be honest though. You wouldn't want to play us really in a final.
I'm telling you that I wouldn't want to play anybody.
No.
Like it doesn't matter who you're talking about. If you're in the playoffs of this league, I don't want to play any of them.
No, I've been lucky enough to go to a championship player final, and we won on penalties. Oof. And while it was one of the best days of my footballing fans' life, it was one of the most nerve-wracking, horrible days ever. So it's the best way to get promoted. It's the worst game in the world to lose.
Oh yeah, I don't want to do that too. Nicky D says he'll take that bet. And Guy Jackson, we need at least 2 central defenders, as Max and Brunt are not tested, and O'Connor and Scar and O'Connell are probably League One standard. I think Scar's championship standard. Also, we need a marquee signing for it. I think if we get 2 more defenders, 2 more center halves, and maybe a forward. Is Kiefer coming in?
So now you want 5 more.
3. I want 3 more.
You just said 5.
No, 2 central defenders and 1 striker.
Okay. I misheard you then.
Yeah, sorry. Center halves. Sorry, center halves. Okay. Yeah. I think that's good business. So 9. It'll be 9.
So you better start selling some players then.
All right? You want to have that conversation? You want
we got money. I don't care.
Yeah. Who's out?
No, the one big one we need to finish now is we need a centre back. We do,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
We need a top half of the championship centre back. Definitely. After that, then I could see us waiting till the end of the window and finding value, because I have actually been really surprised at the value that Parky has gotten with players coming in. They have not been spending ridiculous money. They've not been getting ripped off over transfer fees, stuff like that. I'm very, very surprised that they haven't done more of those type of transfers. So I could see them pulling into late transfers. Great bargains, great offers. Clubs want to offload. They don't want to carry the wages. Get a good deal, get them out, and just see who it is, and just bulk up wherever we just happen to find the value. But wait and see. It'll be really interesting. But yeah, I'd say another three or four coming in. Yeah.
Well, if we get 5, Sealord's going to go broke. And John, I know, and I'll be strapped to this chair for the rest of the summer. Steve Mitchell asked you, John, what do you know about Chris Mepham?
Yeah, he's a good, solid defender. I'm not sure how much he's played. I must admit, because he went up to Premier League with Bournemouth, didn't he? Because he was originally, I think, at Sheffield United, possibly.
Yeah, he's at Bournemouth. I'm going to bring him up right now. Just have a little stats on him. So he's a centre half, right? 6'3", 27 years old.
Yeah, he's at Brentford, not Sheffield. Sorry, getting confused with somebody else. Yeah, he's a good player, but like I said, I'm not sure how much he's played recently. I don't watch a great deal of Premier League football, but he was always he was always a steady Eddie defender in the Championship whenever he's played in that level before. So yeah, I mean he's what I would call. I mean, he is a typical Parky player. He's not. You wouldn't see him playing for Birmingham. He's not a play out the back guy. He's a head it, kick it, really good defender. So yeah.
But look, here's the thing though. If we officially kind of need 2 for the squad, if we have to only take 1 right now, potentially that's the type of player you take for the first season, and then replace him with somebody better for the second season, and have a solid backup. He was on loan Sunderland,
Yeah.
So I don't mind that, actually. Because the other thing as well is we do have to kind of replace some of these guys with better as well. I would in some ways prefer a jump now in order to have another jump the following year. Whereas if you go too big now, how do you bring in an understudy and tell them, oh, we want you, but we're not going to play you? That's a harder task to kind of ask someone. I think it's easier to bring someone in now, then find someone who is clearly better, and then make them the number 2.
Who is that person, John, or Patty too? Like I like the kid from Luton. I don't think that's going to happen. McGuinness.
I think he just got made Luton captain, didn't he?
Did he?
I think so.
Yeah, I like that player, but
we like a captain.
Yeah.
I think he would cost big bucks. I think, wouldn't he? And the honest answer is, I'm not 100% convinced on him. They paid a lot of money for him. And they paid for it was around 8 million, was it, or something along those lines, which to me was too much for him. He's a good defender, but I'm not sure I'd be paying that much money for him. So I think they're obviously going to want a certain degree of their money back. But they let is it Ted Mengi, who was their other centre back? I think he left. So I think they'll fight tooth and nail to keep McGuinness, because I'm not sure they'd lose both centre backs.
Yeah,
who should I say?
Mendy was he came out of Manchester United.
Yeah. We had him on loan at Birmingham a few years back. He was absolutely useless.
Oh, jeez. Matt Alice saying Charlie Cresswell, 20 years old. He's only 6 foot, 20, playing centre half. I mean,
he's a quality player, Charlie Cresswell. Yeah, he's ex-Leeds, isn't he? He was on loan at Millwall, I think, a few seasons in this division. Yeah, he's a very good player.
14 million, Jesus.
Apparently, he wants to come back to the EFL.
Yeah. All right.
He starred for England under 21s, didn't he, in the Euros? I think that was him. He was playing centre back for that.
Right here. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah. So I'll be brutally honest. I'll be amazed if he came to the Championship.
Wow.
I think he'll.
Okay.
I think he'd be looking at a Sunderland, Burnley, Leeds, bottom end Premier League.
So I'm confused. He's at Toulouse or was he at Leeds? So it says back from loan there. I'm not. Where is he? Who
I
owns?
think they sold him.
They sold him to Toulouse.
Oh, okay. They sold him to Toulouse. Okay, so he's been there a year. That's look, it's all very exciting. It's very exciting. I mean, I don't know. The other rumors were going on is Mansverk. Don't know about that. That's going to happen. Maybe because Lewis O'Brien got in the door. That's not going to go. I think we need defenders, but the business has been very, very good. Very, very good.
You know, I was thinking the other day, actually, it is possible that we flew in Mansverk just to get the deal done with O'Brien.
True.
It wouldn't surprise me if the two of them were kind of A and B. Well, look, we're not getting here, guys. We're sick and tired of talking. And he's coming in for a medical, so the clock is ticking.
Capital Clarity says Mansverk was going to go to Norwich. Is that true? I don't know. Did anyone else hear that?
Well, if we're not signing him, if we got our O'Brien instead,
yeah, I'm fine with that.
He'll sign somewhere.
Yep, I'm fine with that. I don't know anything about him, so it's not like I don't know anything about him. So, no clue. If he goes, he goes. I'm just happy with the business we're doing now. It's so good. It's so good. Did they value him at 10? Did they value O'Brien at 10 million at one point? And we're making that up.
Possibly.
I thought I saw his highest valuation on the websites was 8.
Okay.
But of course, you pay over the odds for that sometimes.
Yeah, he played I would say he played his best football at Huddersfield under Carlos Corberan when they lost the playoff final, I think it was. He was in that Huddersfield side. I remember it. He was a serious operator, and to be fair, I thought actually when Forest bought him, it was a natural progression. He seemed like he was ready for that step up, but sadly he couldn't make it. So, which there's no shame in that. There's a lot of players which are not good enough for that step up to the Premier League, which are more than good enough for this level.
I mean, I wonder what his character's like. I want to know who's going to be the captains now. I mean, obviously Macca, but I don't think Macca's going to be. I think Macca will start the first game, but I mean, is this guy captain material? Is he just, or I don't know, but he's definitely going into the squad. That's right now. Definitely going into the squad.
I think he'll be on your set pieces rather than your captain. Let's put it that way.
Really? Is he could take a set piece?
He's got a wand of a left foot, this lad. Yeah.
Really? Okay, that's good. We don't. So he'd be doing our corner. So Paddy's hair will stay. Oh God. So
the Italian fella Cacace, he does corners as well, both sides.
So, he's gonna be a player.
So it would be nice to have two players who can actually kick a corner, and someone who can do a decent free kick as well, just for that fact. So I would like to score more than 2 goals from free kicks maybe this season.
Mm-hmm.
We would too as well.
Yeah, you didn't need to. You guys were cruising it. You guys were cruising in December. After our game, it was like you guys were just. I think you guys just showed up, put your shit on, and just was like, "Oh, we got to do this again." All right, fine. I'm sure it was fun to watch, but yeah, it wasn't as exciting as ours. So I mean, at least the last 20 minutes of our documentary will be better than yours. You have that over you.
I'll be brutally honest. Having an easy end to the season, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Last 6 months of the season, you were cruising. Should we have an obvious question here? Is Stash in danger? Is Evans in danger? Is Elliot Lee in danger? I know those three guys now in the midfield. I think
they're certainly sliding down the list. They're getting closer. Yeah.
I think everyone's in danger since the moment you got promoted, if you're being honest.
Mm. Would you sell Elliot Lee?
Yes. He's not good enough. Sorry.
He's not.
He's not.
He's not. And interestingly, the only thing that saved Elliot Lee from an absolute kicking from the fans last season was the fact he was scoring. He was getting in positions when the ball dropped, and he was getting his foot on the end of them and scoring. But he wasn't making goals himself like he previously has done. He lost the ball an awful lot, He didn't get into plays himself, and he just was a nuisance around the box, and he got nice goals. He got a couple of nice goals, but in a whole season, like as a body of work, that's just not enough.
Let me ask you this question and the chat. If he was to leave, would another Championship club come in for him?
No.
There's your answer.
League One, he'll be at Mansfield or something, right? Yeah.
Which means he's not good enough to stay with us anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be the hard. That's toward the end of this window. Those are going to be the hard ones we're going to take. I mean, listen, we already lost Mullen, so it's like, not that we lost them, but Mullen already left, so that was the hardest one. The hardest one to get out the door. This is no shade. It's going to be Ollie Palmer. It's going to be Ollie Palmer. I don't. It's like the immovable object at this point. But if Kiefer comes in, I think Palmer's Palmer's done, 100%.
I'd throw them both out the back door personally.
You don't like Kiefer, huh?
No.
You don't like 6'5" unit?
He only likes fancy football.
No. I watched 12 years of Birmingham doing exactly, Kiefer Moore football. I just think he's at a stage of his career you won't benefit from him. There's better options out there. He's not the player he was 3 years ago. But if you put your neutral hat on and you look at what his career has done in his recent moves, and I know a lot of people say, well, people don't, those teams didn't necessarily play to his strengths. When he was brought onto the pitch, they did, because he was the plan B. He wasn't effective. He wasn't as effective as he was years ago. So, I think, yes, he's a better option than Palmer. There's no doubt about that. Let's be real. But for the amount of money he's going to cost to get and pay, I think there'd be better options, better value for money out there.
I think that is logic, but that's not the Parkinson logic. I'm not saying Parkinson's wrong, but I mean, he probably sees him as, he probably sees him as the Fletcher replacement. Sorry, I'm just putting Patty on puke. He's hunting and pecking. On mute. He's hunting and pecking. Sorry. I don't know much about him. I saw him play in the playoffs, but not much about him. He's 6'5". He's a big fucker. He's a big dude.
But I mean, we had Djukovic for like nearly a decade, and he was that 6'4", an absolute mountain up top. Wasn't particularly pretty. Did exactly what a target man does. And notoriously with these guys, as they get older, they don't win as many balls in the air. They don't win those percentage balls. And then all of a sudden, when it's the old adage term, isn't it? You throw a ball up to a big guy up front, it's a 50-50, but it's not, because they usually win it. But when actually it does become a 50-50 or a 60-40 and they're not winning those balls, you start going, well, what do they actually then bring to the side? Because they don't track back, they can't move around, they're not going to chase down and, press. So all of a sudden it's like, well, actually, what do they bring to the side? Like I said, he's been a good player at this level, a great player at this level in time gone by. His days of, his peak days have gone, and I just think better value for money's out there for sure.
He might be the next one in the door. Andrew C. What's going on, Andrew? I think you're new to the channel. Love the new folks coming in. Is Richard Koenig being considered? That went quiet for everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. He's not even on anyone's list. His head was turned last year, though. I think that's my opinion.
I can say Luton haven't even gone back in for him with Wickham's old manager. So
that's 6 there too. God knows Patty was in the chat talking to about 35 million. So how much think we spent so far? 12?
Sorry, I'm just laughing at having to explain what a cart horse is. Sorry.
I don't think we've spent that much. It comes down to question marks on pay scales and stuff like that. How big are we willing to let our wage scale get to? But I do think we're willing to pay over the odds, especially without big transfers. So they'll be on decent money. So it's hard to tell. The idea of 10 million being available for a player, I think that's true irrelevant of how much we've spent. I think it's just the right player that they feel is worth 10 million. They'll spend it. I can see that happening. But I can also see them going this season without spending that 10 million. as well. So
yeah, just because you've got it, you don't necessarily, you don't have to spend it just because you've got it. It all depends on what's out there.
Yeah. I think they're being smart with their money. I mean, I think they have been smart. I think that we're in no danger of financial fair play. Doesn't matter. But I also think the business, even with, honestly, I didn't ask you. Well, I know what you think about it. The Windass signing for me on a free, I think that's great business. I mean, unbelievable business.
He's a great operator at this level. I mean, there's no doubt you're probably going to have to be paying him a decent wage because you know he's a good player at this level. But I mean, it's what is he, 30, 31, is he, or something
31,
like that? 31. You know, he's exactly what you guys want. He's a proven championship solid player, which will bring that quality, which you don't already have in that position. So it's a win-win.
Straight into the squad. About 440 people in here. If you're watching on X, go over to YouTube and subscribe to the channel. If you want to become a member of the local pundit as well. We are just getting started here for this year. Oh my God, it's been the fire hose. I mean, last night Aaron was on. He was wearing a helmet. You know, he looked like he's got to protect himself. Oh my God. Just enough to get Josh Sargent. Whatever. Josh Sargent comes and scores goals, let him come. I don't think it's going to happen. We're not even connected to him. But get a goal scorer. I get it. Yeah.
We were connected to Sargent. We made a phone call, asked his price, and then said, "Yeah, thanks. We don't have that money." Very
How
simple.
much?
Yeah.
I think it's like I said on Sunday. He's completed the championship. He has nothing to gain from staying in this league, so he won't be turning out for anyone in this division next season.
Mm-hmm. We'll get somebody in. I mean, I couldn't tell you our starting lineup right now. If we bring in a striker, I mean, I have no idea. I have no idea what he's going to do. I do like the profile of the players we're bringing. I like the build that he's bringing. I like what he's. I mean, does Thomason get a start or is he a bench player?
He's a squad player, isn't he?
Yeah, he's one of the few I think are a squad player who has to fight his way in. Mm-hmm. And if it takes a full season, so be it. He's young enough, to sit on the bench, learn what Park he wants, and maybe next season he can actually be good enough to take a spot.
Yeah, if you're 1-1 away from home in the last 5 minutes next season, and you want to shore it up and just have somebody to bring on that extra body in midfield to just run around and kick people, that's what. I know it sounds crude, but it will happen. You'll want somebody to come in and just be the destroyer and make the game ugly and
break the play up.
Break the play up, and that's what his role will probably be. Will be to come on with the last 5-10 minutes.
You sit around and just kick people. I mean, hey, someone's got to do it. Thomason, future captain, maybe. And live viewership, I don't know. Pat, do you think we have more when we went up the first? I think we had more, but this is pretty good for a live show. This is really good. We'll keep it going too. What else? Anything else we need to cover on this part? Did we miss anything on how awesome Lewis O'Brien is? I mean, hasn't changed on transfer market yet of his new side. But
I'm sure you've upset Swansea with this, haven't you? Because I think they wanted him back.
Did they?
I would have thought so. He was on loan last season.
I was interested in the fact that it appears we were the number one target for Windass. That he wanted to come to us, and that other teams were interested, but there seemed to be less interest in jumping to them. I don't know why. I don't know if there's other links that I'm not aware of, or maybe geographically it's a good location for him, or what. I don't know, but he was comfortable coming to us.
I think he's got ambitions of venturing into sort of, shall we say, the football media. I think they said there's a lot of rumours that he might do his own podcast, or he's very sort of, shall we say, comfortable in front of the camera. So maybe it ticks all those boxes at that stage of his career. Possibly. I could be completely wrong with that, but
yeah. So is there an interview up? No, it's not. The interview is not up. Speaking of that, and JB Picks, new to the channel as well. Love that. I would think they need to be looking at a League One in France for a Jordan Lefort type of experienced back. Who do you support, by the way, JB Picks? And I just looked up Jordan Lefort. He is 32. Do you guys know anything about him? This talking about Wrexham here. He plays for Angers, 6 foot, left footer, 32 years old. started 34 of 34 matches, played 3,000 minutes. I mean, I don't know anything about this player, but 6 foot, 32.
Seems a little old for me to be chancing someone who hasn't been in the championship lately.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, you want championship experience.
We could find better, I think.
Yeah. Good shout, though. Welcome to the channel. And are we trying to get Peter O'Rourke on? I'd love to have him on. We were messaging the other day. And Sealord says, Windass loves the camera for sure. With that jawline, of course he does. Of course he does. I'm good.
I think the problem is he's a bit too controversial when he is in front of the camera at times.
Yeah, what do we think about the culture there? How's this gonna? Where's the clash? There's a lot of new players coming in. Who's going to take care of it? Who's going to? I mean, take care of each other. I'm hoping. Parkinson always with no dickhead rule, but
Mac will have plenty of time to deal with the dressing room.
Yeah. That's what you got McLean for, isn't it?
That's because he won't be on the pitch.
Well, no, he won't be.
Not this season. Not very much.
He'll start against Southampton. I'll bet good money on that. I'll bet good money on that. I mean, I don't know if I wouldn't. I'm just saying I'll bet good money on that. Only defender with championship experience is Scar, says Daniel Brown. 28 games and they sold him. Expecting 3 defenders to be able to step up is not going to work. Yeah, I think too.
Scar isn't good enough. I'm sorry. At least I think in Parky's mind he has shown he's not good enough. So I would not be surprised if he brings in 2.
For that position, he is. Yeah, he's a. I don't know. For me, but
he doesn't have the in-game intelligence. I love him because he's a Blues fan, and obviously we had him for a brief period and that. But he's just simply not a good enough defender at championship level. He's a weak point. That's why Plymouth got rid of him.
Yeah, it's true. We'll get Paddy. We'll get 2 in. If we get 2 in, I feel so good. Even if we don't get a striker in, I feel good.
Yeah, I would like to upgrade twice, but then that's an interesting question. Do you not tell them that you're bringing in 2 centre backs and just go, "Oh, hello, you're a centre back and you're a centre back"?
Well, we're just bringing in another one.
Wins.
We're bringing in another one, and I don't even know where half our new signings at the back are going to play. So, I mean, our captain, I can't see him staying. Christian Bielik, I don't see him staying because he'll be 4th, 5th choice centre back.
Is that B-E-L? How you spell it? Bielik?
Bielik, I think it. Bielik. He's Polish.
Oh, there it is.
Aaron coming in hot.
Yeah. Oh no.
Parky wasn't good enough for Plymouth, who got relegated. He's not good enough for us.
He's just mad because his guy is O'Connell, and that's just not going to work. He's just not going to work. I do you think here he is, Christian? We'll take him. He's 27, 6'2". I liked him actually. You want to give him to us?
If you pay for him,
$2 million. He's got.
He signed a new deal last summer, so it's. I think it'll cost more than 2-3 million quid. He's a quality player. I mean, he's naturally a defensive midfielder, but he's been converted to a centre back over the last couple of years because he had some really horrific knee injuries early in his career, so he isn't as mobile as he used to be. But his problem is that he's a right-footed centre back, and Davis likes to play a right footer and a left footer as our 2 centre backs pairing. So essentially, he's fighting Clara and Newman for that right-sided centre, and he's 3rd choice. Sadly.
Was it him or this guy that was the shithouse?
He was our probably player of the season. Well, I think he did win player of the season last season. That guy is he's a tank.
Yeah, this is what we need. We need a guy like this, right? This is what we need. Yeah, and that's not.
But I'm not even sure he starts next season or this season. Sorry,
he played 43 of 43 matches and started all 43 games. We need that guy. You got to do a center half show, Patty, with Aaron. Like focus that updated one. Now what do we need? What do we need left? That's what it's going to have to be. Something like that. But good stuff. New signing coming in, Ludos O'Brien. I didn't think it was going to be today. I thought it was going to be tomorrow. I thought it was going to be tomorrow. But we got people in. Eric Hahn says greetings, and Scum Army. I don't know who he supports. Can Birmingham beat Ipswich? Can Wrexham beat Southampton? The reality for all teams is just over 2 weeks away. We're buzzing. Who's Scum Army? Who's that?
Well, Scum is obviously the name of our neighbours, so I doubt he's a Birmingham fan. Put it that way.
There you go. And Akpom from Borough as an interest. It should be an interesting shout. Yeah, I don't know. Welcome, Matty.
Tuber Akpom is that?
Oh yeah, that's true. Southampton. He's a Southampton supporter. Sorry, there we go. All right, good stuff. Another one. 460 people in here. If you haven't smashed the like or subscribed, please do it. We are live every day, breaking news, and we are Champ Chats later on today. That's a member show, right? It's a member show. Yes, a membership show. Members only. Become a member. It'll be fun. John, you'll be back for that, right? Or no?
It's a bit late for me, I think.
Okay. John will not be back. What teams are you covering later on, Patty?
I have
Southampton.
No, we're not that high yet. Who missed out in the playoffs?
Sheffield
Wednesday. Sheffield United.
Sheffield United. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Sheffield United, two other teams. It could be great.
Of course, they just signed Louis Barry, didn't they?
That's a weird signing. He's going to sit around and do nothing for them.
My God. And a Champ Chat show is on Sunday for sure. So make sure you get involved in that. We'll be doing that as well. And the new call-in show, Ring and Rant, Appetite for Discussion. That's going to be awesome. Who loves it? Who doesn't love that? Come on now. Wrexham are going up. We're going up. Yeah.
Not so many people shouting the back this season.
Trouble quad back. I'm just gonna call it quad back. Yeah, quad back. I love it.
Back four back.
Back four back. Maddie says, "Yo, just a shout. We're doing a fantasy football league. We can. I'm not gonna be the leader of that. I can't. But we can. Just DM Patty. He'll do it with you. I just threw him under the bus. Bye. Oh my God. Great day today, John. Good to see you, Patty. You'll be live later on. Smash that like button, subscribe. Thank you all very much. Awesome stuff. What a great signing today. I'm excited about this one. Any last words, boys?
No. All good.
No. Okay. Happy day. Yeah. And but by the way, last one. Lord, thank you very much for that super chat. Very, very generous. And we don't. It's not lost upon us. And everyone else that supports the channel. Thank you all. And on that bombshell, we'll see y'all soon.